Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, on today's edition of Cooking with Weave 3K. I am today going to make for you my famous chicken linguine Alfredo with broccoli. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to take you through step by step with my little helper. My little helper Zaylee over there. Yeah. And she's going to help me out as we go through the process. We're going to start with first, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut some chicken. Alright, so if you haven't seen my raw chicken quesadilla video, check it out, it's pretty good. So I've already showed how to cut the chicken, but I'm going to do one for just the purpose of this video, and then we're going to go ahead and, then we'll go ahead, we'll skip ahead. And actually, I don't know if I had, these might be small enough. These are cutlets my wife bought, which she bought 4 of them. And I'm going to put them all in there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to skip the part where cut them. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and we're going to put them in here. And we're just going to beat them down. And I want to tell you, I got my little daughter here. She wanted to give you, what did you want to say? Ask a grown-up. Go ahead.
Don't you use knives, kids.
Yeah, without a grown-up, ask a grown-up before you use the knives. Correct. Good job. Might get cut. Right, correct. So on my other one, what you would do is you would take a chicken breast, find the fat side, you would cut it in half, and then make it into these, and then pound them down like I just did. However, seeing as how these are cutlets, they're a lot smaller. So we're just skipping that process. And, we'll just pound out these other two, and then chicken breast will be ready for cooking. Now, for the purpose of this, because it's family, I'm going to not, because it's family, I'm going to season them, but very, very, very light. Because they're going in with Alfredo and everything else. So, with that being said, yeah, we'll catch you on the next part.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We will.
Yeah, you will. Right? Give him a thumbs up, dude. Yeah, that's right. Alright, to anyone who doesn't, has never seen me cook on the grill, I season pretty heavily with most stuff. Now, like I said here, this is going to be pretty lightly done. You know, I mean, these are for the linguine, so we want to make sure we don't season them too much. Just a really light coat down, really light. Okay, there we go. That's it. This is Buck seasoning. This is local to the neighborhood. So this is if you don't live around me, you don't know what this is. If you live around me, this stuff rules. Buck's seasoning. It's the best, man. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good stuff. Okay. Now that was really light for them, but now I do my chicken, which gets away. This is my chicken for the week. I'm doing it at the same time. It gets a really heavy rub. But I'm going to try to go a little lighter on it this week. See what I can do here. Can't go a bit lighter. Oh shit, get mine. Okay, there we go. Rhyme or reason. Where I'm placing. Just done on purpose. Rather another can, I was going to go hot and heavy, and I said, yeah, I'm going to go a little lighter this week. And this is alright, I think just about there. Maybe a little bit of this thing. This one can get mopped up. We'll toss that in the back corner. Perfect. All the chicken's on. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. And through the miracle of time, the next part will be when the chicken's all cut up. Okay, so I decided to give one more look at the chicken before I pull it off. To show you how juicy, right up close, as close as I can get, how juicy they actually are. They're dripping. That's when you know they're done. They came out perfect. See? Juicy. Each and every one. Look at that. Just look at the drip. That's how you know. Some of the juiciest chicken I ever made, I tell you. Every single piece is done. Every single one is juicing just like that. That's how you know. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show, just so you can get an idea. Have no fear, the charred ones are for my dog. Not that I won't eat them, they're super delicious. Just share it with her.
Our dog's name is Chester.
Chester, that's right, sweetie. You tell him. Here, talk to the camera for a second. Say.
He's out here with us.
Is he? And his name is what, Chester, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Anyway, that concludes the cook for chicken. We'll see you at the next part of the video.
See you at the next part of the video.
All right. See you then. Fast forwarding here. And we are now boiling water in the back for our pasta, which should be right up here, I hope. Just need a box. Yeah, linguine. That's what we chose. That's what I chose to go with. Box of linguine. I don't know why we have great value, but my wife, Barilla is what it should be, but that's what I usually buy. But now we're gonna do something. We're gonna have broccoli too. Not everybody does this step. I got the chicken all cut up. You know, the ingredient ready to go. There you go. There's some nice juicy cubed up chicken ready for entry when it's ready. Got the water going. Now we're gonna take the broccoli. Yeah, I don't know. I might just do just one head. I don't really want a ton of broccoli in there. I just want a little bit of broccoli in there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take. We should wash it first. Give me 1 second. Let me wash it. Okay. That broccoli has now been rinsed, and what we're going to immediately do is cut the stalk right off. There, and it falls apart. Now, I don't know about you, this is what I'm aiming for, little florets. I'm not aiming for those big guys. I don't like them, I don't want them. I just want little ones, and then take the big guys like this and cut them again, and throw them in there. Not a fan of the big ones. I don't want big florets, I want little ones. Anyway, like that, and just throw them in. And what we're going to do is we're going to blanch them, which most people should know that word if you watch any TV at all. Just means I'm just going to put them in hot water until they turn green, and drop them down in an ice bath. And yeah, then we're going to have some cooked broccoli. Anyway, yeah. I mean, there's nothing more to this. It's just simply just cutting like this, and that's it. I just cut them in half, throw them over there. You know, no one. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of big broccoli chunks. I'm a huge fan. I like these little florets here. That's what I aim for. Like this, like that, like that. There's that. And that's what I'm going for right there. There we go. That's all the broccoli we're going to cook up and for this. And that is my last thing I have to cut for the rest of this cook. All right. And the water, I haven't done it yet. And I don't care what any Italian says. I do not care. I put olive oil in mine. I put olive oil in the water. I don't care. I use that. I think it flavors it. It makes it nice. And then just a little bit of little tiny pinch of pepper, and then a bunch of salt. Where everybody's salt is. Here's the salt shake. There we go. And now the water is flavored as it comes to a boil. And, you know, that's what it looks like. Well, it's getting there. Anyway, the ingredients for Alfredo sauce. I use a stick of butter, a pint of whipping cream. By the way, a lot of people say unsalted. We use salted in this house. I would probably think unsalted would be fine, but I don't know. I've never had any complaints. So I use a couple teaspoons of garlic. I show you. I just kind of judge it on my own. And a cup of grated Parmesan. You can use shredded, but grated I found melts a little bit better. So I am ready. We're just about ready here to blanch off some broccoli. So if you never did it before, what you're going to do is you're going to need something to stir it with. I would say we're at a good boil. It's only just broccoli. It only takes a couple of minutes. Stir, you want to keep pressing them down. Make sure they stay down. They're going to turn a nice green. And then we're going to go ahead, and I got a strainer behind me. I can just dump all the water through. And I don't have to pick them out little by little. Although I could. It's not what we're going to do. Actually, maybe we will. Then I'll use the strainer when taking them out of the water. So, alright, so they're cooking right now. As you can see, it's cooking right along here. We're just blanching it. Like I said, this is just a quick cook. Just want to leave it in there. It's boiling. That's all you want to do. What'll happen is it'll start turning a little green. When it starts turning green, you're going to take it out. Almost. Starting to turn that color green. Just about there. Meanwhile, well, that's still boiling away for another minute. I'm probably going to take them off in the next minute. My pasta over here is ready to go, or my pasta water rather. And now I'm going to do something that really makes Italians very angry. Makes a lot of people angry, but I have kids, right? So check it out. Instead of breaking it down out there, I break it in half here. When you're done, you're left with that green water there, and that's your finished cooked product. Right in there. See how it changed? And that's how it should look. Perfect. Over here we got our pasta going. Grab me pasta spoon. Oh yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Just give it a nice little spin so they gets the oil mixed in. It doesn't stick. It was nice, nice, nice. Perfect. Now we gotta get rid of this broccoli nookie water. We're done with that. Dump that out behind me. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take a minute to pause and let the pasta get cooking. And then the last thing I do is the Alfredo sauce. Then we mix it all together. Alright, on medium to low heat, rather, just medium to medium low heat. You're going to take and melt your stick of butter. You're going to stick that in there, just the whole thing. You ain't got to cut it, do anything you don't want to do with it. Just let her melt. On medium to medium low heat. So it doesn't come down too fast. You don't want to boil your butter. You're just melting your butter. At the same time, I'm going to go ahead and add, I use minced garlic. You can use regular garlic if you like, but I like minced. I use it in water, or this one's in. So, I use, a little bit. It might have been a little much. Yeah, just take a little bit out. And that's about it for that. I mean, you can never really have too much garlic. But your butter is going to get to a melting point. It's just going to melt. And then when it gets there, when the whole stick's melted, what we're going to do is we're going to throw the heavy cream. And then we're going to keep stirring and stirring and stirring. And then stir some more when you thought you couldn't stir enough. Meanwhile, I'm checking on my pasta. This is how easy it is to make Alfredo sauce. Anyone who buys that jar stuff, I don't know why you do it. Another minute with the pasta and it'll be done. Then you have to stir this part constantly, a lot anyway. You don't have to do it constantly, but you have to do it a lot. For sure. So, it's almost there, almost melted. I won't touch till it's completely melted. Now the pasta is just about done. The butter is completely melted. We're going to go ahead and add our heavy whipping cream, which is what we want to do. Put my garlic back. I'm going to add that all right in there, all of it. Every bit of it. Now the idea is to just stir it. What you're trying to do is marry that butter and marry that cream. That's all you're trying to do is just marry it. You just want back and forth motions. That's all you're trying to do. Marry the butter, marry the cream. You have to keep stirring it constantly, but you gotta stir it a lot. I don't know if you can see it from there because my hand's kind of in the way, but we'll switch sides here in just a second. I'm going to set that down. And I'm going to drain this pasta. What I did there was I cooled down. Now here. Now if you can't see, I know it's going to be tough to see. Try to get more light here, see if we can't. Get in more light. Let's see, we'll use the light of this thing. I don't know how well it'll do, but we'll try it. I don't know if that helped at all. It's kind of yellow. What you're trying to do is get it to a cream color. A blend of yellow and a blend of butter. What you're trying to do is marry the two. That's all you want to do. That's why you're constantly stirring. And eventually they'll come to a rolling boil. And when it does, you want to keep stirring. That's all you want to do. Back and forth. Back and forth. No flour, no nothing to thicken it. So literally all Alfredo is. It's so easy. So easy, I'm telling you. Alright, so this is what you do for the remainder. I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'll come back when it's at a rolling boil. I don't know if you guys can see the color of that anymore, but now, as you can see, most of the yellow is gone. It's turned into a cream color. So now, and it's at a rolling boil. That is what you call a rolling boil. Stays to the sides, it's not throughout it, and it's small. It's not like a big boil. So we're going to go ahead and turn down the heat a little bit. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add in our cup of Parmesan here. And we're going to go ahead and get that all mixed in. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and get this melted. Now what I like to do, now you can see it, you'll see it start to cream up. That's literally it, man. I mean, you can add salt, you can add pepper to it if you want. I added salted butter, so I would not recommend salt. If you're not happy with how it tastes, you can always add more. If you're happy with it, I mean, I usually go about a cup. Sometimes maybe even a little more, maybe a cup and a half. I like it extra cheesy, and so does everybody in my family, so. Now that's still gotta go. Still got a little more to go. It's almost there though. It looks watery, I know. Now wait till it's done. I'm gonna let it heat for a second. Just let it sit there. I'll stir it in just a second. The first thing I do is I gotta assemble. What I do now is I take the pot. I take the pasta I had, toss that back in there. Bam. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this broccoli, and I'm going to strain it out over here with the strainer. And believe it or not, look at that color. Look at that color. That is the color your broccoli should look like. Anyway, now we're going to take and we're going to get this a little warmer. And we're going to toss it into the Alfredo I just cooked. Yeah, and now we're going to stir that around. Get that all nice and hot. Get the broccoli brought back up. And I think we could put a little bit more in there. Yeah, I'm always a glutton for cheese. Just, you know, wherever you feel. Wherever you feel it's thick enough for you, I suppose. I love cheese. Like, no thickeners, no nothing. And, so last but not least, we're going to go ahead and take our chicken that we cooked earlier. We're not putting it in there. We're going to put it in the pot here with the... Put it in the pot. Now we got chicken in there. The broccoli over here with Alfredo. It's coming together. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost done. And that's going to be absolutely delicious when it gets there. It's going to be amazing. Now I like to put it all back in the same pot and use you know. Now it's cream. If you can't see it, it's nice and white. It's got the broccoli chunks in there that are getting hot again. We're not cooking them. We're reheating them before they go into here. So what we're going to do now is the last part. Ready? This is the part where you take and you dump it over everything. Oh my God. All right, that's that. And then you take and you mix it. Mix it all together. However you want. A lot of times we put seafood in here. Today I went with broccoli and chicken. This is my Alfredo recipe. And then what I'll do is do one last thing. I'll add a little bit of, for color. Where the hell is it? Not basil. I don't want basil. I want... Well, if I could find it, if I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. Well, it's in there somewhere. A lot of times I'll add parsley in there just for color, but we got broccoli in there, so. And now what you're going to do is you're going to let that sit. You're going to let it'll thicken on its own. And we'll come back. We'll come back when that is... That has thickened up some, but let me tell you something. That's going to be damn good, man. Damn good. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. The final result. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and give her a taste. See what we get. Fork out here. My little partner left me. She went swimming. So, just me. Get a little bite of... A little bite of broccoli, a little bite of chicken. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. That's damn good. That's damn good. Another successful episode of Cooking with Weave 3K. Later.